everyone, my name is Anna. This is Anna's Books and Stitches, and I just want to say welcome back to everybody that's been here before. I appreciate you coming back and waiting all this time. And welcome to anybody that is new to my channel. This is a channel where I primarily talk about cross stitch. Sometimes I'll talk about other fiber arts or life or whatever comes into my ADHD brain while I ramble. But I have been gone for several months and I'm glad to be back. My life has been chaotic since probably November, but in January both my kids started their competitive seasons for their sports. My older kid does dance team and the younger one does cheer. So I had a month and a half of every weekend was a competition, and then immediately following that, and kind of blended in there at the end, was tax season because I'm an accountant. But it is April 16th. Tax season is officially over for the year, and I have my weekends back. I don't have to work today because day after tax season, my office is closed, which is always a big sigh of relief. But that gives me a chance to film a Flosstube, like I promised I would do on Michelle Bendy Stitchy on her live stream of her recording of her Flosstube for her Patreon that she did last Saturday. We were talking and I told people, I was like, you know what? I don't work on Tuesday. I'm going to film a Flosstube. So here I am. I'm back. This is probably going to be a rough video because it's been so long since I filmed one, so I don't really know what I'm going to talk about yet. I don't have a whole lot of projects to share. I am not going to be doing This Is Where They Were Last Time because the vast majority of them I have started since I filmed my last Flosstube. As you can see, we've got a whole new setup. I am downstairs, no longer upstairs in my craft room where the lighting is absolutely atrocious. I got a new webcam for my computer, so we're filming it that way this time, and a light. As you can see, there will be reflections on my glasses that I'm going to try to ignore because I can almost guarantee they irritate me more than they would irritate anybody watching this. So, I guess let's just get into it. I haven't done a whole lot of stitching the last couple months just because I've been so busy working 6 days a week and 50 to 60 hours in that week. So basically 5 to 6 10-hour days, and it's been absolutely exhausting. So I haven't had a whole lot of time to stitch. And then on top of that, school started a couple weeks ago again. Spring term started, and I'm taking a couple of classes, so that's kind of where my time should be spent. Honestly, I should have a homework assignment that's due today that I should be doing right now. But I'm doing this instead because I have time. So, where do we want to start today? I guess let's just kind of get into it. I'm going to start with... First thing I'm going to show you is something that I have been working on for a while that I finished. Well, that's another reason I don't do this downstairs, because he's irritating. So apparently this might take a while because I don't know how often he's going to be doing that. But the thing that I finished, that's a finish for now for me, is my ink circles round robin for the second most magnificent ink circles round robin. I chose Blueprint for the Rainbow City by Tracy Horner. It's obviously in ink circles. And the colors that I decided to use are Deep Blue Sea from Threadworks and this rainbow from Cosmo. I was originally, this light's gonna fuck with my coloring. I was originally going to use Bradley's Balloons, but I felt like it was a little too vibrant, and this one has much softer transitions. So this is what my corner looks like, and this is on a purple opalescent 28 count fabric that I don't remember what it's called, but it's fine. That is, y'all, I think I might have to turn this light off. really washing everything out. Let's see. Is that better? Yeah, it's a little better. So that's what it looks like. That's my side done. Yeah. Maybe I should close the window. Freaking dog, you guys. But yeah, so Blueprint of the Rainbow City. This is my corner, and I am doing that with Michelle, the Chinook Crafter, Saskia, who is some stitching stuff on Instagram, and Teresa, who is Stitchy Folklorist on Instagram. Technically, we were supposed to have sent these off already, but they understood that I was living a crazy life because of tax season, and I am able to, I'm going to send it off today. So yeah, that's where it's at, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited to get the one from Michelle, because she's actually going to be giving me hers to stitch on at Stitch North in a week and a half, which I'm really excited about. Okay, the next piece that I have been working on, I actually worked on this one this morning, is my full coverage, and it is called Bookshop by Stitching Jules Designs. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous, you guys. I'm obsessed with it. It's a lot of just neutrals and dark colors. I'm actually going to pop a picture up here or here. I haven't decided which side. So you can really get a good idea of what it looks like. I'm going to turn the light back on. I originally was doing this, so it's on 32 count, and I'm doing it over 1. And I was originally doing this 2 strands with 10 stitch, but I decided that that was just too confusing for me, because basically all of the stitches that I've done so far, and I have done, let's see how many stitches I've done. I have done, it's freaking dog, you guys. So far I have stitched 3,094 stitches, and which is about 5%. And probably all, but I would say maybe 100 have been 310. So this is where I'm at. These stitches in here, those are all like super, super dark blue. You're not gonna be able to tell because it's so dark. But get my face out of there so it'll focus on it. But all of the top so this diagonal, this bottom half of this diagonal here, and all of these stitches are 1 over 1 full cross, but the rest of this is 10 stitch, and the stitches are so tiny that you can't really tell from here, but it's a lot of black, you guys. It's almost 3,000 stitches of just black. So I just decided that because the stitches are so dark, it was hard for me to tell, they're so dark and so tiny, it was hard for me to tell where the stitches were exactly, especially when I was trying to do these dark blue stitches, because I just didn't, I couldn't, I don't know, it confused me way too much. So I just went back to full cross, and you can't tell the difference even like super, super up close, like I said, because the stitches are just so small, you can't tell the difference. There's not really a line in there based on where, like the ones I have done and the ones I've done recently. So yeah, 3,000 stitches of 310. Super exciting. But I'm slowly getting into the actual picture, so that's good. That'll be nice. The next piece that I have started recently is a piece by Michelle Bendy Stitchy, and it is from the her collaboration with Forbidden Fiber Co. for the mystery water piece that she did when she's doing the 4 elements. And this is, this light, I'm telling you. There we go. So this is what the piece is going to look like when it's done. I'm doing it with the full kit. It says, nothing is softer or more flexible than water, yet nothing can resist it. And I have started on this, but what I did, like a dum-dum, is I'm pretty sure I used the wrong color. Honestly, I can't tell. I am going to stitch the one thing that I think I did in the wrong color in the right color without frogging what I already have, just to kind of see if I was right or wrong. So this is where I'm at so far. This is all in the called for. So nothing is soft. I'm pretty sure these are the same color. But this is supposed to be the lighter color, and this is supposed to be the darker color. Get my face out of there. I need to figure out this camera. I feel like it's really fuzzing out the sides. Yeah, I don't know. I need to figure it out. But this is where I'm at with this. This is one of the pieces I started when we were doing a bunch of different starts for Michelle's birthday a couple weeks ago. 2 weeks ago? I don't even know. It's been a while, I think. I don't know. All of my time has kind of like mushed together over the last 3 months just because I've been working so much. Yeah, I love Quakers. I love Michelle's Quakers especially. I'm obsessed with Forbidden Fiber Co. And this is going to be really pretty when it's done. I'm super excited about it. The next piece I have been working on is, let's do this one. This is one of the pieces from the this year's Burp Box, and I got the fully fletched box which came with a couple of pieces of fabric, floss for all of the patterns, a notions bag and a bunch of different notions, which I got and then consequently left at the acorn gathering, and now it's gone. But I didn't have my floss in there. I didn't have anything of like drastic importance in there. I mean, I lost a pair of scissors. I lost some needles. I lost what's it called? One of these, which my brain has completely forgotten what they're called. What are they called? Needle minder. Ha! I knew I'd find it. And a needle minder, but it's whatever. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, so this is what it looks like. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. Oh, I don't know about this camera. It says, I am the measure of my worth, and I say I am worthy. It's very pretty. Right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, you guys. Yeah. And this is where I'm at so far. I have the stick here, the beginning of the wing, the beginning of the tail, and some of the grain of the body and the neck. I was originally going to use this as my small for Stitch North, even though it would have been kind of bigger than a small. But I decided I'm not going to do a small for Stitch North just because I didn't have time and I didn't want to add anything extra stress-wise to my load. So I'm not participating. I am embracing the JOMO of the Smalls Exchange, the joy of missing out, and I am just going to sit there and appreciate what everybody else decides to bring and what everybody else gets. If you haven't ordered fabric from Mislaid Pages, please do so. Because, I mean, look at this fabric. This is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. Absolutely gorgeous. And this is the called for fabric for this pattern, which is also absolutely gorgeous. Michelle did a wonderful job on that bird. It just feels so ridiculous. The next piece I worked on, I didn't get a whole lot of work into this one. I just kind of started it when I went over to a friend's a while back. We were just kind of hanging out and stitching for a night. I started it, but I didn't really get a whole lot done. This is going to be a big one. It is Enchanted Quaker by Luminous Fiber Arts. This is one that I've wanted for a long time. And it's going to be so cool when it's done. I actually got this in my the kitted up swap that we did a while back, and the colors and the fabric that were chosen for me were absolutely perfect. I got this is 36 count linen. It's prehistoric by Box and Rabbit, which is gorgeous. And this is how much I've gotten done so far. Just the littlest bit of the top left motif. Yeah, I'm not loving this camera, you guys. It doesn't want to focus on anything but my stupid face. Maybe I'll use the actual computer camera next time. It's whatever. And this the floss that she chose is. Hold on. Okay, so the floss that she got me, we do need a wipe for this one, is this Threadworks. It is like a grayish, greenish with some purple-ish, grayish variegation to it. It's really pretty. There you can see the variegation in that one a lot. It's absolutely gorgeous. These are like the purples and greens and like with the grayish tones are some of my favorite colors. There's not a whole lot of purple in there yet, but it is absolutely gorgeous. It's a perfect choice. I am obsessed. I am in love. It is gorgeous. Yeah. So I'm out on that one. So yeah, I started top right, top left, top right. So that is the one I've been working on, but it won't focus on it because it's dumb. Oh well. Okay. The next piece I have been working on is another piece I started for Michelle's birthday. This is one that I've been wanting to start for a really long time. I bought the pattern ages ago, and I just hadn't started it yet. But when they were like, hey, let's start stuff for Michelle's birthday, I was like, perfect. And I chose a fabric that I'm obsessed with. It's a 36 count Heather by Fiber on a Whim. And it is Morning Sampler. Y'all. No. Hold on. Turn the brightness down on the damn thing. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. Obviously, it's not pulling gray color-wise because it's on my freaking thing. But, yeah. I don't know what's happening with that thing. So I am doing it on the called for, except for the week's dye works that I decided to switch out for reasons. And this is where I'm at so far. I'm really loving it. I want to get to work on it more. I was stitching last in the moon. You can kind of see maybe the fact that there is some stitches in the moon, some white stitches. Kind of, maybe down at the bottom down here. But then I dropped my needle and disappeared. So I had just stopped because I cut find my needle, and I haven't stitched on it since. But I'm really loving the way it's looking. It's going to look amazing on this fabric. Nice and moody. This is one of my favorite colorways of fabric. It's a nice moody gray purple. And what's next? This is probably going to end up being my shortest Flosstube ever, just because I don't have a whole lot to say. Another one that I've worked on recently is my stamped cross stitch, and I am currently working on the blue. I'm going to turn it around so you can tell the difference. The blue down here, filling in the space with in the black. This is a different color. This isn't supposed to be blue, but this blue is where I've been working on filling that in. This is where it's at so far. All the top is done. Most of the bottom is done, and just kind of got to work in that middle section to be finishing it. Yeah, it's coming along really well. Slowly but surely. This is I call this my competition piece because it's stamped and it's on 11 count. It's really easy to stitch in poor lighting, which most competition situations have. So that's what I've been working on. Another one that I have started in the last several months is I finally started my Bella Filipina. I've had this more or less kitted for a while, and I dyed the fabric for it myself. I am doing it on a 32 count, and let me take it out of here so you can see the fabric, because the fabric is gorgeous, if I do say so myself. It's gonna be super wrinkly, but it's fine. So I dyed this fabric myself. You can't even tell how nice it is because it's so wrinkly. But it's just a nice mottled, there we go, brown. It's got some really nice modeling there in the middle that I'm excited about. But I've only got a small start. Where is my start? There it is. One of the colors, because I for the Krynic, I replaced it all with Petite Treasure Braid, but one of the colors that I got looked right on the pack, but once I started to stitch with it, it just wasn't right. So I'm probably gonna have to go back and get the Krynic for that, because I couldn't find, that was the closest Petite Treasure Braid I could find. So now I kind of got to go in and make a decision on what I want to do. I did also substitute the Water Lilies color, which is like Rainbow Jewels or something. I can't remember what it was called. Royal Jewels. I don't remember. It was like a rainbowy color. Let me see what it's called. But they've been out of stock with that one at Acorns for every time I've gone for like the last ages. Royal Jewels, I was right. So what I did is I replaced Royal Jewels, which is a little bit more vibrant than this one, with the Royal Plum from Gloriana Silks. This is their 6-yard 12-strand silk. And that is the color I'm using instead. And I think it personally, looking at the picture and looking at what I've done so far, I feel like this one is going to be a better fit than the Royal Jewels would have been, just because, like I said, the Royal Jewels was more of a vibrant color, and this one is a little bit more actual jewel toned. So I'm really loving the way it looks. So this is all I've gotten done so far. I started in the top right corner. I've got some of the Petite Treasure Braids in there, and there. And then the Royal Jewels there, which looks gorge. and some of the black on top. Yeah. And my beautiful fabric. That's wrinkly mess, but it's fine. That's really all I've been stitching on, you guys. Like I said, it's going to be a really short video. What the heck? What's going on with this needle? I'll take it back. Just because I haven't, like I said, I haven't really been stitching a lot, which is another reason why I haven't really wanted to film, just because I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I am going to Stitch North weekend 2, so that is, I leave a week from tomorrow evening, which is crazy to think about. I'm getting there, so I leave at 7:30 Wednesday evening, and I get to Toronto at like 7 o'clock Thursday morning, which is perfect for me because it'll give me a full day in Toronto to kind of get situated, because I am officially in prep for my bodybuilding show. And so getting there a full day Thursday will give me time to get a workout in on Thursday, kind of get situated in the room with all of the food that I have to bring. I'm not sure when Helen, the Ditty Stitcher, she's going to be my roommate, and I'm super excited to meet her in person and give her a big hug. I'm not sure when she's getting there, but I'm kind of, I don't think she gets there until Friday morning. But to be totally honest, I haven't asked her recently, and I've forgotten. So that'll give me all day Thursday to kind of get situated, get everything figured out, because the gym that I plan on going to is like a block and a half from the hotel, so I can walk. It's not a huge deal. But yeah, that is my big plan. I have to decide what I want to bring with me to that. I'm probably going to bring my Stitch for Pride sampler that I haven't worked on since January. I've done the learning through March, so I'm caught up with that. I haven't done April's learning yet, but I plan on doing that next week. So I'm caught up on the learning for that, and that's the most important part. That is the reason Dee has done what they do, because they want to help us learn about queer people in our community, and this year it's focusing on queer people in art, and it has been absolutely fascinating. It has renewed my interest and desire and passion for visual arts, fine arts, whatever they're called, and I really want to start going to more museums again like I did as a kid. So I'll probably bring that. I will probably bring my full coverage just because it's easy to stitch because it's just all black. And I will probably bring I don't know what else I'll bring. Probably bring this one because it's on a 32 count and it's easy to stitch on. Oh, I also signed up for Forbidden Fiber Co.'s Ever After style. That should actually, I got the full kit because, of course I did, because it's Forbidden Fiber Co. That should be here today. I also ordered the Downton Abbey mystery kit that I had from ages ago. They still had a couple left, and so I ordered one of those. I got the 25 count Lugano, which is not a count that I've worked on before, so that'll be fun. And I may or may not bring that. I'm not exactly sure what that pattern is. Another one I probably will bring is my Modern Tidings from them, from the last Downton Abbey one they did, the one with Sybil on it. I'll probably bring that as well. But beyond that, I mean, I'm just finally able to start stitching again, and I kind of just wanted to get this filmed and done and out so I can kind of get back into the swing of things. With school, with prep, with, I'd say work, but work's going back to like 4 days a week again soon, so I'll have more time. I don't know if I'll be able to film every week. Actually, no. I know for certain I won't be able to film every week. I don't have that kind of time. But I might be able to do every 2 weeks. Possibly. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm not going to make any guarantees just because I know my life is going to be crazy. And, yeah. I don't know what else to say. Except, thanks for stopping by. Please like, subscribe, click all the YouTube buttons. And I hopefully will see you guys again next time. Have a good one.